All right, I just have to say right off the bat, procreation of a species. I mean, I don't think legalizing same-sex marriage is going to cause a sudden drop in kids being born. I mean, people can have sex whether they are married or not. And in case you don't know, like, the world's already overly populated as it is. So I just going to throw that one right out there. So what if these same-sex couples want to receive medical benefits? I mean, aren't they entitled to it as human beings? I mean, to say the medical system will collapse just because we're legalizing gay marriage. I mean, you know, maybe it sucks for these medical institutions, but that doesn't mean it's not right. I mean, if you're like a fat guy, you know, and you're discriminated against because you're fat. I mean, you know, it's messed up, you know. You know, I feel like that most of my opponents' arguments against same-sex marriage are outdated. We live in a time when inequality can no longer be displaced to preserve conservative social norms. I feel that my opponents prefer ignorance over the truth as demonstrated in their previous claims. Legalizing same-sex marriage will not corrupt our schools' children's minds and somehow make straight people gay. These claims are completely factless and uncalled for. My position is implying that we sweep the idea of gay marriage under the carpet so we can protect our youth. You know, sorry to break it to you, but there are far worse things in this world that can corrupt our kids. It is a joke to elevate straight marriage as being so sacred that it can only be between a man and a woman. And yet television programs like Flavor of Love or The Bachelor continue to preach to our youth that love and marriage is just one big game show. It just doesn't make sense to me. Gays and lesbians deserve a chance to take love to a whole new level. Just to wrap up, I just want to reiterate some points Ryan made at the beginning. Denying homosexuals the right to marry is a violation of individual freedom. The main reasons for denying marriage to the gay couple is that all major religions consider homosexuality a sin. However, the First Amendment of the Constitution clearly states that a person's religious views or lack thereof must be protected. Marriage by the state is a secular activity. The government cannot start making laws just because a religion says they should. Our second point is that marriage benefits such as joint ownership and medical decision-making should be available to all couples. Marriage is more than a legal status. It affects many things in our society, such as tax filing status, joint ownership of property, insurance benefits, and agency law. It affects critical medical decisions. For example, if one member of a gay couple that has been together for 20 years gets critically ill, visitation rights may not even be allowed since the other isn't considered a spouse or immediate family member. Our third point was that homosexuality is an accepted lifestyle nowadays, with most evidence proving biological causation. For too long, homosexuality has been considered a form of deviant sexual behavior. Those making these accusations should examine the history books and the psychological research. An overwhelming amount of research has been shown that homosexuality has a biological causation, most of which is gaining acceptance through the scientific community. Our fourth point is it doesn't hurt society or anyone in particular. A marriage is a relationship between two people. How does it hurt society or people not involved in the marriage? It is a personal commitment that really is no one else's business. Society shouldn't be dictating what two people can or can't do when no one else is hurt in the process. If the church or certain groups disapprove, that's their right, but it isn't their right to stop it. And finally, our last point, civil unions need to be elevated to the same status of marriage. My opponents claim that these types of unions are equal, but given the evidence stated, I hope you can see that they truly are quite different. We cannot pretend as if gay people don't exist anymore. Statistical research and studies have concluded that there are approximately 8.8 million gay, lesbian, and bisexual individuals in America. You know, I don't want to look back when I'm old and gray and realize we were the generation that couldn't overcome our petty differences and legalize something that should have already been done years ago. Irish Americans had to struggle to gain acceptance when they immigrated in the mid-1800s, and African Americans had to struggle to obtain civil rights in the 1950s. The same thing is happening today. And if we do nothing, that is all we will ever be remembered for. That is why I urge you to support the legalization of gay marriage and stop inequality in America.